fan of becoming more self-aware. Now, with more self-awareness, I believe I can use what my qualities, my good qualities, and maximize those and become a better person overall. And I believe there's been agreement with this message in the past. And on my quest, my little quest for greater self-awareness, I've done a few different things. Recently, just very recently, I came back from this meditation thing. My friends thought I was a total space case. You're sacrificing 10 days of your life to go out somewhere and do a meditation course. What is wrong with you, man? It's the one other time I sacrificed both Christmas and New Year to go to the same meditation thing. But there's a reason I go back, and it's that through this meditation, you've developed greater self-awareness. You learn to go inside and stop reacting at what's really happening to you, the real truth. Since the time we were born, we've been reacting. I'm hungry. Start crying. Give me food. I need to use the bathroom. Start crying. Go to the bathroom anyways if you're not there. We've been reacting our whole lives, but now to observe, to experience the real truth, that is something I'd really like to pursue in my life. At this meditation camp, they have these daily videos to explain the technique that you're learning. And on one of those days, I heard a story that really struck me. And here it goes. There was a ship, there was this big cruise ship, and it was going on the ocean. There were two people, the two people in this story, the two main characters. There was this big professor who had many alphabets after his name. He had a bachelor's of science, and then he had double masters, triple PhDs. He's such a specialist, such a well-respected professional. And then there was an old man who was just there to do a small job. He cleaned a little area of the big cruise ship. And they happened to meet. This big professor had a little gathering, and they happened to meet. And at the end of this meeting, this professor was feeling elated. Look at how much attention I'm getting here. I'm a big, huge person. Look at me. And he didn't say this, but you could see it in the way his face was. He was glowing with all that attention. And the old man came up to me and said, "So, sir, what do you do? I've never been to school. I was born in a poor family, and I never went to school." And the professor says, "Old man, have you studied geology, sir?" "Sir, I don't know what that is. I've never been to school, like I said." "What is geology?" "Old man, it's the study of Earth and its formations and the structures beneath the Earth and its composition." Well, sir, I really don't know what that is, but thanks for telling me." "Old man, if you haven't studied geology, you have wasted 1/4 of your life. You have wasted 1/4 of your life." The old man was dejected. The professor tells me I've wasted 1/4 of my life, and he's so important. I must have really wasted 1/4 of my life. Goes away. Comes back the next day. The professor says, "Old man, have you studied oceanology?" "Sir, why are you playing with me? I've never been to school. I don't know what oceanology is." "Old man, listen and learn. Oceanology is the study of the ocean and the life and the ecosystem beneath this water that we're traveling on." "Old man, you've never studied. Don't tell me you've studied oceanology." "Sir, I'm sorry, but I haven't done that either." The professor looks at him again and says, "You haven't studied oceanology. Old man, you've wasted half of your life. Half of your life is gone. Really, This old man's dejected. He goes away. He goes, "I've wasted half of my life. I really have. I don't know why I go back, but they have to meet the next day." As the story goes, they happen to meet the next day. "Old man, good to see you again. Tell me, have you studied meteorology? Meteorology. The old man just took it, and he was calm. Sir, again, I haven't gone to school. I haven't studied meteorology. Man, what is meteorology? You might tell me. Meteorology is the study of the weather patterns, the clouds, etc. And the old man said, I know. Old man, you have wasted 3/4 of your life. 3/4 of your life. He's so dejected by this time, but he can't do anything. He doesn't have the intellectual base this professor does to start talking philosophy or anything at the level of this professor. However, the next day, the old man comes running. He knocks on the door and says, Sir, do you know swimology? Old man, I was in school. I've been very busy with school. It's one of those things. I just haven't had time for it. I don't know swimology. Sir, you've wasted your whole life. We were in a shipwreck. The ship is about to sink. You can't swim to shore over there. You will die. The real truth, ladies and gentlemen, the real truth. In our experiences, we spend a lot of our time just reading about leadership, reading about self-improvement. Coming to Toastmasters Club, we've spent a lot of time, learning about public speaking, reading about it, but we're experiencing it here, and therefore it is the real truth. It's the experiential truth. We haven't read about leadership. We have experienced it through serving at the club. We are experiencing, and that is the real truth. On the ocean, the reality is, you're on the ocean, you have to be able to swim. You have to be able to, that is the real truth. Sure, you can have intellectual arguments, but that isn't real. The real truth is, experience it. If you're scared of something, really, there's no point. You need an intellectual base, but go and experience it. I jumped into club leadership at my club. I was totally new. I had no clue what to do. I was there running a business meeting. I was like, what do I do now? It's I embarrassed myself so many times. I became okay. I experienced it, and I learned it. It became true for me, not because I read, this is what you do. I know it now. Right? But it's that's my message. The real truth.